Hello and welcome to Women in Retail Talks. This episode of Women in Retail Talks features a clip from the November 4th, 2021 Women in Retail and Total Retail Virtual Exchange. In this clip, Women in Retail Leadership Circle co-founder Melissa Campanelli interviews Mindy Perry, former Chief Marketing Officer of Kendra Scott, the Austin-based jewelry and accessories brand founded on family, fashion, and philanthropy. Listen in as Perry discusses how the Kendra Scott brand went viral on TikTok earlier this year, along with the secrets to success around influencer marketing.
You guys are doing so amazing on TikTok. And I know that there's something that you did with like Bama Rush, I think.
Yes.
Having a daughter who's at Ohio State with the Big Ten now, I'm starting to finally understand this whole college stuff. So I would love to hear a little bit about that. How did that get started? And, what was the idea behind it?
I feel like it's every brand's dream to go viral at some point, right? And we just lived through that, 2 months ago. It's been amazing. And when you think about that moment and how does that happen, it's a little bit of planning and a little bit of luck. You got let's call it what it is, right? You have that moment. But it's also the planning piece to prepare the team, empower the team to be able to act quickly, to not just see that spark, but also pour some fuel on that spark, make it a fire, make it a roaring bonfire, and keep on amplifying that out into the world. So how that happened for us is, we've built so many strong relationships across the country at college campuses. We have a college ambassador program, and that college ambassador program is really tight in with the Pan-Hellenic community, right? Like they're a service-oriented organization in addition to a sisterhood when it comes to sororities on campuses across the country. So, as we think about family, fashion, and philanthropy, and the Pan-Hellenic community being so focused on sisterhood and philanthropy and creating good and service, we've naturally developed some really strong relationships across the country at various sororities and different universities. So you fast forward that into Rush Week this year, and all of a sudden, these Alabama gals, as they were preparing for Rush, can't talk about the houses. They couldn't talk about where they were going necessarily, but it was all about the fashion. So I'm going to go back to our pillars again: family, fashion, and philanthropy. So they were getting ready to go and put out their best first impression with these other ladies as they put out for, who they were going to bid for at the different houses. And we started just noticing that we weren't tagged. We weren't at Kendra Scott or hashtag Kendra Scott in their content. But as they went through their outfit of the day of, shirt, normal, jewelry, Kendra Scott, earrings, Kendra Scott, we heard it. And it showed up in our team's For You pages. And it was amazing because at 11 o'clock at night on Tuesday, so the second day of Rush, we were, the For You pages were filled with outfit of the day trending, not Kendra Scott, outfit of the day. And this is where our social team continues to look at trends. What are our customers talking about? And is looking for organic ways to meet them in conversations that are relevant to them. And here they are saying our name. So they immediately at 11 p.m. at night, they're texting back and forth, two of our social team members. And they're like, are you seeing this in your For You page? I'm seeing this. This is all over. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, let's start commenting. So the Kendra Scott TikTok account started commenting on these individuals' TikTok accounts. Then other people started noticing that the Kendra Scott brand was acknowledging them. Then we started seeing more Kendra Scott show up. Part of that was more gals started wearing Kendra Scott, trying to get the brand to acknowledge it. And part of it was the TikTok algorithm, right? And we don't control algorithms, but we can try to do some things to engage and interact where the algorithms start to pick that up. Mm-hmm. So by Wednesday morning, again, so that's Tuesday night, hundreds of comments are being made on these gals' posts all night. By Tuesday morning, we inserted ourselves into the conversation officially with posting a video from our account regarding, integrating of like outfit Kendra, earrings Kendra Scott, necklace Kendra Scott, outfit of the day, POV. And then that poured more fuel on there. At the same time, Kendra is seeing this. She's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Hey, let's make sure we're capturing Kendra content, reacting to all of the amazing gals wearing Kendra Scott jewelry. Put out that into the world. And then a huge kudos, because it's not just one team, right? Like this might have started with our customer. It should always start with your customer. It started with our customer organically. commenting. It then was our social team pouring into that and saying, we see you and we think you look awesome. Thanks for supporting the brand. And then it was Kendra herself integrating into the conversation, all while our campus ambassadors, our regional marketing team is showing up on campuses with our beautiful yellow bags and boxes, surprising and delighting all of the gals that are rushing, wishing them good luck, and our amazing PR team and agency partners telling everybody about this. So we had to take it off of TikTok, right? And let the world know. All of a sudden, people.com is featuring all of the styles that we're just seeing on, outfit of the day. Here's what's trending for fashion on Rush Talk. And then, oh my goodness, the business world's picking it up. Whether it was the Wall Street Journal or Forbes or Marketing Brew, BuzzFeed, Refinery 29, we had over 10 billion impressions in 7 days.
Oh my God.
It started on TikTok. We fanned the fuel. It got some local media, and then it just kept exploding into this national media conversation of a way that it started with the customer. We met them where they were. And yes, it was a moment, but it was years in advance of building these really strong relationships with service-oriented women that do love fashion and really care about their family as well.
Wow, what a great story, case study, whatever you want to say. It had all the elements, like you said. It had some luck. It had, obviously you capitalized on it. You had the relationships to start. So it's an awesome story. I wanted to ask another story about sort of influencers. I had heard that I think Prince Harry was wearing one of your brand's bracelets on the cover of the September 27th photo of Time Magazine. So how did that happen?
You're hitting on a theme here, and I alluded to it in the TikTok story, but connection first and the transaction will come is something that Kendra built this business on. And it was all about customers really at first, of connection first. And hey, meet them where they are, understand what they need. It's our give back. We gave back to so many people prior to them ever buying from us because we wanted to support the people and the causes that our customers cared about. Therefore, you apply that connection first and the transaction will come. The connection started years ago. Kendra was a big Meghan Markle fan, right? We all watched Suits. We all fell in love with her. She got up early and watched the royal wedding. She's just like us, right? Real people get enamored with these storylines. And really, when Meghan and Harry became parents, Kendra wrote Meghan a personal note and welcomed her to motherhood. And I won't necessarily share exactly what she put in there, but it was a very heartfelt personal message, and sent her a piece of our engraving jewelry with Archie's initials and date of birth. And at that time, we did end up getting press pictures of Meghan wearing the piece. It was great. It was a fantastic sort of real life interaction, but we didn't take advantage of it for a transaction. It was just one of those happy moments of like, look, yes, oh my God, it means something to her. We connected on a personal level. Kendra herself connected on a personal one-to-one level with Meghan. And we've stayed close. We've reached out to them as they've come back over to the United States, as they've launched their Archwell Foundation. We've reached out, and our head of philanthropy is in contact with their head of philanthropy, talking about how can we create good together, because we both have very centered giving strategies around empowering women and children to live their healthiest and brightest lives. So when you think about all of that, it's this natural moment where they're being honored as Time People of the Year on the cover of the magazine. Their stylist relationships that we've developed also organically over the years. And they're all talking about wanting to have a purpose-driven look. And our Scott Brothers piece that he was wearing, which is a bracelet, the Cade specifically, which is named after Kendra's eldest son, Cade Scott, gives back 20% to youth causes. And so him wearing that was, in essence, a reflection of years of connection. And for him to say to the world, I support things that have purpose built into them, that give back. And it was a great moment for the Cade Suite. We had just launched it probably 2 months before, to have a front and center stage for us to be able to share that 20% of proceeds from all of the Cade purchases go back to supporting youth causes. Not because that's what Kendra wanted, but it was really amazing to see as she lives out her family pillar, not just with the KS family, but also her personal family. That sense of duty to make this world a better place is something that is now ingrained in her children as they come into the business as well.
That's amazing. What a great story.
Thanks for listening. For more information on this podcast, please check out our podcast channel page at womeninretail.com/podcasts for show notes. Women in Retail Talks is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. Make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a few moments to rate and review. Thanks, and until next time, this has been Women in Retail Talks.